Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another monsters video. So in today's video we have a new monster to review. We have Roboelf. So this is going to be a upcoming metal cosmic mythic monster, and it is going to be free to obtain. I'll let you guys know in a second how you can obtain them and stuff. But this right here, this info that I'm about to go ahead and read, and basically everything in here and this page was shared by the community manager of the game, so thanks to her for sharing all this info with us. But anyways, this mythic, as you guys can see, this is what he looks like. Apparently he's coming out very soon, and he's a metal cosmic mythic, so that's actually pretty interesting. He is going to be free to play, yes. You can obtain him from the card event. There will be a card event, like, you know how there was Lord Pumpseed? Well, it's basically going to be like that, like a Christmas edition. I think it's called Xmas event, if I'm not mistaken, because we saw it in the leaks yesterday, remember? That's one of the ways. The other way was, I believe, you can get his cells, right, from like daily goals. So daily goals, you just have to basically complete your missions. You get like about 2 cells, if I'm correct. We'll have to see very soon. Let's go ahead and read the lore. So it says Centurion and Tendir are 2 very busy monsters at this time of the year. Too busy, in fact. After cosmic explosion, so many monsters arrived and were born in the monsters universe that they couldn't prepare for, presents for all of them on their own. For this reason, Tendir contacted Ingenica. Oh, they have something in common? Yep. She had been the one to build Centurion for him. Actually, I never knew that. That's interesting to know. So he knew that she'd sent them the best solution. A couple of weeks before Christmas, Tendir received a crate from Ingenica. There was a note attached to it. Dear Tendir, inside this crate you'll find Roboelf, the little helper I've created for you. I and Centurion assemble it, and turn the microchip and put it to work. Have a lovely Christmas, Ingenica. So that's pretty interesting. Ingenica apparently helped with this. That's cool. Tendir took the artifact out of its crate and rushed to assemble it. They didn't have much time left before Christmas. When he was almost done, he asked Centurion to pass him the microchip. He needed to switch it on, but Centurion was a bit distracted, wrapping presents, and reached out for the wrong object. Tendir was in such a rush that, he didn't even look at what he'd been given. I'm guessing it's like a cosmic, what do they call it? It's like a stardust, and then it turned him into something like this. I'm not sure. Only after he had switched Roboelf on did he realize that he had inserted its core wasn't the microchip, but a stardust. I knew it. A stardust rock that they were supposed to deliver as a gift. The bad news is that now someone's going to receive a microchip they won't be able to use. But the good news is that Roboelf isn't just an amazing helper. He's also a cosmic bodyguard for Centurion. So when Krampus and his friends try to read Christmas, they won't stand a chance. Are you sure about that? Because there is a Krampus, like a cosmic Krampus, coming out very soon as well. Anyways, so the name of the mythic is Roboelf, and here are the skills. So unboxing time, that's one of them. It's called, basically what it does, it disables a trait, applies true vision and triple damage to itself, requires cooldown. You're trait disabling yourself, you're applying true vision, which basically buffs your accuracy, and then you also have triple damage in there. I'm guessing he's gonna have lots of attack deals here, huh? Impactful gift, deals moderate 100 damage to all enemies, applies shock and random torture to all enemies. So you're applying shock, you're dealing some damage, and also on top of that, you're also applying a random torture to all of them, basically. So it could be ignite, it could be burn, it could be whatever, basically sunburn, you just name it. North Pole Claws deals heavy metal damage to one enemy, applies ignite and shock to an enemy. Oh, interesting. So the shock could prevent the extra turns. Like if you are facing any extra turners, you can prevent them by applying that shock. So for example, Vampirostral is very common. I mean, you see her almost in every battle, right? Especially on PvP. So that will prevent her from basically using her extra turn skills. You also apply ignite on top of that, so that's probably going to deal some damage. Both of those together, they could deal some damage towards her or towards any other extra turner. It can't just be an extra turner, but it is good against extra turners, okay? But anyways, so you're dealing a heavy metal damage on top of that, which is cool. Then we have Hot Gift. Deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, applies burn and random torture to all enemies, requires cooldown. So you're dealing an AoE metal damage, a moderate one, and then you're applying burn and random tortures. It's basically like impactful gift. It's just that impactful gift applies shock. This one applies just burn, that's it. So they're basically the same skills, it's just that one of them applies shock, the other one burn, and we don't know about the cooldowns and stuff. We're gonna get into that actually in a second. But yeah, these are the 4 best skills that apparently they're saying that these are what you should probably go with, okay? But anyways, take a look at this. So for the traits, we have, that's Artifact, nice. So we have Artifact. Alright, you have Artifact at rank 0 right away, which is cool. So that's why that one skill trait disables yourself, because you can't apply any positive effect protection or basically positive effects on your monsters. You need to trait disable them first, especially of course if they have Artifact or something. That's how it works. So that's cool. Although that trait disabling could be a bad thing, but at the same time you're getting that triple damage plus the true vision, which is actually not that bad. Put together, those two are actually pretty good. So that means next turn, if this monster doesn't get denied or anything or get controlled, he'll do a lot of damage, okay? Especially if he's an attacker. Anyways, what is that trait? Tundra Protection. Apparently he has Tundra Protection at rank 1. Wow. And then at rank 3, it looks like a torture type of thing. Let me see. Status caster area arena torture. So okay, in the beginning of the battle arena, if you have it at rank 3, basically what he does, it has he just applies a random torture basically to the enemies, like the enemy monsters. He basically applied them right away because of his trait. So that's actually a pretty good trait. Altogether, trait wise, this monster's really good. Like, yeah, the trait wise, I really like it. Alright, but anyways, we're getting into speed now. 10,032 speed. 10,032 speed at rank 5 isn't really that bad. I'd say it's a decent amount of speed compared to other mythics. You have about 18,224 power. What is that life? What is that life? If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure that's one of the lowest lives out of basically all the mythics. His life is actually pretty low, 189k at rank 5. But his power is actually pretty nice. It's quite nice. 18,224 at rank 5. I like that. So yeah, as an attacker, it's good that he has lots of power, but it's just that life, man, that life kind of sucks. So yeah, fortunately, that kind of sucks. But anyways, so. Oh man, since he's a metal monster, you guys know Hardy, right? Hardy's magic. Hardy can deal lots of damage. For example, Orange Blast, if you, let's say, if you're not running any tanks, or let's say if you are running any tanks in your team and you're running him, and let's say the enemy team takes down your tank, then it's just him left, Hardy could literally just Orange Blast him, or use any other of his magic skills and deal a lot of damage to him, possibly even eliminate him with one shot. I'll have to see that in battle though. But anyways, so let's see what else we have. Relics, Mask, and SN. That's not that bad actually. I kind of like that. So you have SN in case if he ends up dying, he can come back. That's actually pretty good because he does have a pretty low life. So if he ends up dying, he can just come back with that, right? With the SN. But that's not it. You also have Mask. So for example, you can give Electron's Mask or something, or any other type of mask that basically gives you shield, right? Maybe in the beginning of the battle, or when he's hurt, like let's say 50% of life is gone. But I recommend having, you know, a type of relic that basically gives him armor, like right in the beginning of the battle. Armor or shield, whatever you want to call it. So you guys get the point, right? The books that he's on, it's Winter, Mechanical, and Exclusive. I mean, Winter, Mechanical makes sense. Exclusive, that's cool. Let's see what else we have. So basic attacks. Panda Claw's Helper deals moderate metal damage to one enemy, applies a random torture skill to one enemy. It has 0 cooldown, so that's actually pretty good because if you want to run that skill, you know, against mythics that have cooldown, like if they hit you with cooldowns, you have something like that, which is a decent skill to run. So the stamina cost is 22. So then there's gifts for everyone. It's a low metal damage to all enemies. It is a 0 cooldown skill. I don't think anyone's really gonna run it, including me. So we could, I guess, ignore that skill. We have lightning that starts a moderate ton of damage to one enemy, applies shock. So Piano Claw's helper was a random torture skill. This one is a shock skill. But the thing is, this is also another 0 cooldown skill. It does 5 more damage than the other. The other one's 30, this one's 35, keep in mind. Also, 0 stamina cost, okay? So even if you know, let's say if they get rid of all your stamina and also they hit you with cooldown, you can still run that skill. So that is actually a pretty decent skill to have, just as a backup. You also have Hot Chocolate, sir, question mark. It's a moderate fire damage to one enemy and then burn, okay? So you're applying burn and also it's a fire damage. 0 stamina cost and 0 cooldown, same amount of damage, okay? So you can run either one of them, either the shock or the burn. I recommend the shock skill if you are going to choose one of them, you know what I mean? I recommend choosing the shock so it prevents extra turn attackers. Although he does have that status caster at rank 3, but if you aren't going to get it to rank 3, that's actually a pretty decent skill to have, or just in general, you can run it. So anyways, you have the ultimate delivery mission. It's a heavy metal damage to all enemies, applies ignite to all of them, shock, and also it applies random torture skill to all enemies. Not a bad ultimate. That is actually quite powerful, because then you're applying the ignite, shock. Hopefully they're not immune to shock, or basically just immune to torture in general. If they are, then it's just going to miss, but the damage won't really miss. But if they're not immune to shock or torture in general, then you can apply all those tortures and deal heavy metal damage to all of them. So that's actually kind of good. But overall, I'd say he's good, but also bad. But you know, since he's a metal cosmic, we don't really have too many good, you know, metal cosmics basically right now in the game. So I'd say he's not that bad. He's actually quite good, okay? So I definitely recommend getting him. I'm actually going to get him, or try my best to get him, because I need him. And I'll probably rank him up just because I don't have too many good metal cosmics right now. So yeah. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions about this monster in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. But that's going to be pretty much it. I will be doing a review very soon on this mythic once it's given, from level 1 to 150. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have notifications on. And anyways, drop a like to this video, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.